Hey guys and girls, this is Jana. I'm going to show you the basic controls of Project Y. First of all, I'm going to go to the main menu and show you the options on how to auto upgrade. Basically, you just go into options, press auto level up. Yes or no? Yes, you do want it. It's a definite yes. Then show the weapon range as I'm clicking away there. Go to Hall of Fame, pretty important so that you know what you're doing there and who's on the top. This is the multiplayer, all the server lists that you can join in the games if someone's in there waiting. Lobby as well, you can go and chat to anyone that's on the lobby. There is going to be a new feature for global chat, so that's up and coming at some point. Hopefully tomorrow. And now I'm just gonna go back, show you the profiles, the achievements, all the achievements that you've unlocked, and then show you the clans and how to edit your clan and add your tag on it. Basically show you how to change your name, pretty easy, it's all in your profile. That's about it. Obviously you have all your stats there for your ranked and unranked, online status, public or private, visibility again. This is the custom single player mode. I'm gonna host a public server, but no players can join the public server. Only it shows up on the multiplayer list, but you can't actually join it. These are the settings that I'm gonna play. Obviously, I'm not playing a hard mode because I'm gonna be more or less talking throughout this video. So first thing you want to do is use the feature for rally point, and that automatically sends your unit that comes out of the headquarter into whatever building or whatever area of the map you want them to go in, as you can just see there. Now I'm going to go and occupy a territory, or in this case a sector. The game mode that I'm playing at the moment is on 1 versus 1, and it's on ultra fast. So you're going to see some brains coming out of my HQ, or robo brains coming out of my HQ pretty fast. Currently Project Y is in beta version, so there's still a lot of work to be done on it. There's still a lot of add-ons to be added onto it, but you know what? For beta version, and it's free, and it's on Android, or you can download it on Google Play, or you can just go directly onto the website and download the APK straight off the website if you're having issues on Google Play. As you can see there, I'm just taking over a sector. That's one of the key features of this game, or key strategic area. Once you've taken over that, then you obviously just go into these bases, the heavy factory and the light factory there. I'm building a spotter straight off because you really want to remove the or some of the area of the fog of war which you see blacked out, and I'm clicking away into the abyss. Obviously I know this map pretty well, so I know where I'm clicking. But spotter to open up the map to see what the AI is actually doing, and so that I can counter whatever they're about to come and try to attack me or not, or just try to defend. But in this case, at the moment I'm winning because I've got one of the key sector, which is the middle sector of this map. It's pretty easy and simple. Once you get the hang of the controls and you know where the map layouts are and everything, then yeah, I don't know, unless you play another player that knows just about everything about these maps, then yeah. As you see me do there, you just see an icon at the bottom, and it stopped the unit from moving. This is pretty fast, and sorry about this, but you get my commentary at the same time. Here we go again. The AI is trying to attack my spotter to take my visibility. I'm capturing another sector which are scared of the AI. They're pretty easily scared actually. Once they see a large group of your units coming up, and they'll just start running away and they'll retreat. As you can see there, my robo brains you can actually take out from the unit and put them in somewhere else, like a turret, which you just see me do. once again, I use the rally point feature, so all my spider units will just automatically go to the center. And the great thing about it is a lot of players are asking about this game, how do they defend their brains? Well, you don't really need to. You just build a unit and then get that unit to go from A to B, and you know, it's pretty safe. Like myself there, I know this area now that it's safe because I've controlled most of it already, so my rover brains are going to go straight from my headquarters to whatever rally point I've sent them to. Here comes my first heavy tank on this heavy factory. The heavy tanks is the strongest unit in Project Y, so I'd watch yourselves. If you see someone with a heavy tank, then you're in a lot of trouble, especially if you start seeing them with multiple heavy tanks and you still don't have one. As you can see, there's my second heavy factory there. Like I said, the sector is the biggest thing in this game. You really need to capture these sectors before the enemy does, because if the enemy gets hold of them before you do and you can't take it off them, then you're in big trouble. I just seen there, one of my heavy tanks up north was about to take over the enemy sector. Oh, there you go. It's taking it over now. I'm sending some backup just in case. I'm looking around the map, making sure I'm capturing the rest of the sectors, which as you can see, I've like overshot the actual flag to capture it. Just sending another heavy tank as a backup just in case. They really don't have any units to counter the heavy tanks at this moment in time now. If this was a human player, he would have ended up quitting by now. And this is why I don't want to do a video with a human player, because he would have quit a long time ago. As soon as he's seen the heavy tanks, he'd be like, yeah, it's game over. You've got to make sure you equipped the turrets by your base or by your sectors. As you can see, they're very effective. They've got long range, they're high DPS. Their only weak points is like getting right up close to them. For me, I've turned on my range vision so that you can see all the ranges of my units. Obviously, the only ones that don't have a range is the rover brain and the spotter, because the spotter has a range using its little airplane scout on that's attached to it or connected to it. And then the buildings don't have any range either, as you can see, because they've got no firepower capability. But all the turrets and the units like spider, spotters, scorpions, heavy tanks, rocket tanks, and some other units which I can't tell you from the top of my head. This is the science lab. The science lab basically gives you an added boost to your units. So if you do some advanced researches, you'll gain extra range, gain extra health and damage to your units against the enemy. It's really sectors and rover brains. At this current moment in time, if you've got the sectors and you've got the rover brains that just keeps coming out and keeps, you know, building, and then you go and use them to build other units, you're gonna win, because you're gonna have more units, you're gonna have better sector strategic points, which will really reduce the enemy or your opponent's capability to fight against your army that you've built up. There is a set amount, as you can see at the top of my screen with a red border. It says sector 0 with it's grayed out 0, 8 which is color red, and that's me, 1 which is color blue, and that's the enemy. The brains is the amount of units that I can actually build, which is 140. On this map you can build the maximum of 140. Obviously I've got this on ultra fast, so the brains are building extremely fast. I don't even know what I'm building, and I don't even know where the brains are going at this current moment in time now. I'm just concentrating and actually trying to focus in locking the enemy into their base so that they can't come out at me whilst I'm playing around and trying to show you guys what to do. As you can see there, if you just select the building and hold down on it, a menu will come up and it will show you what units and other stuff you can do. And if you select the unit whilst you see the icons at the bottom, if you press the blue eye, it'll tell you what that building will do. It'll tell you what the unit will do. And also you got the stop buttons, and you got the eye button, the pink eye out, which if you're in a different place of the map and you press on that, it will take you to that unit. There's a couple of key features in the controls. Basically, if you touch the screen of your phone or tablet at the top left and top right, so that you're like basically boxing off your units, you'll see a red box, which you'll see quite a lot of my video. That basically gives you the opportunity to multi-select a large amount of units or a large amount of army, which is what I just did right there. Once again, like I said, if you select a building and hold down on that building, you can choose a different build unit, but you will need a brain inside of it. The spiders are awesome because at the beginning of the game they can dominate they can dominate the early games, because they're so fast to build and you can get them from A to B pretty fast. And they've got a special ability to be not to be able to be shocked by the EMP tank. So if you've got someone that got holding like 50 EMP tanks and you got no way of getting close to them, just go ahead and build yourself 50 spiders. As you can see on this one, I'm building repair tanks. They repair units. They do not repair turrets at this current moment in time. The only way for you to repair a turret is to exchange the turret head and take out the brain at the same, well, not at the same time, but if you change the turret head over, it will give you the armor of the turret, but you will still need to repair the brain inside of the turret. So if you don't take out the brain, then the brain will still be low health, as you can see on my turret there. You know, if I took him out now and put him by a repair tank, he'll automatically repair, and then I can put him back in there with full health. This is an awesome building. This is the Airstrike Building. Basically, it can produce several different things. As you can see there, I'm dropping soldiers on my base, and I'm going to replace that one soldier with 5 soldiers, which is a pretty decent tactic as well. Some more of my spiders there that I used as like my transporters, basic for my brains. You can see the enemy trying to get out of their base, but I blocked them in with my 2 heavy tanks. And the way the units upgrade or level up is basically you have to battle them off. They've got to fight. They've got to be in a battle constantly, and they'll just end up leveling up. But there is another building which it doesn't exist in this building. It's an actual upgrade building, and it just looks like a giant dish as you're looking down on it. It looks like the shield building that I'll show you in a bit, but it's on a larger and bigger size. This is the advanced building, which produces mine drops, EMP tanks, amplifiers. Yeah, as you can see, the AI, they're pretty much locked in, and they have no way of getting out of their base. Obviously, for me to actually win this game, I have to go into that headquarter, and he's got 2 turrets there, which is the deadliest short-range turrets there are. Once again, they've still got a weak spot there, which is kind of, personally, it's a bit unbalanced, because it's so easy. For an experienced player, it'll be easy for him to just go in there, waltz in, and just take out them 2 turrets and then take over the base. You just see me use the mine drop with the airstrike unit. So basically, it can drop not only troops, but it can drop the mines, which I've got a mine drop unit there as well. Purposely shown there as a tutorial. The AI keeps building obviously as spotters to try to scout what I've got, but it's a bit too late for them now. I just dropped the Airstrike there, which is another feature for that Airstrike Building. And I'm going to drop crate drops as well, which gives you random stuff out of the crates once it's ready. As you can see on the left, there are X's. Basically, that can give you the opportunity to group up your units, which I forgot to do on this video. But if you select a unit and then press down on the X on the right, it'll group that unit there. And when the unit is being attacked, that group will, or that icon on the right will start flashing. On the left, you'll see like a load of events, basically. So one of my air buildings is just finished producing the airstrikes. As you can see, it's got the bomb icon, and then the other one is crate drop, which I'm going to use right now. Once you use that, it obviously goes away, as you just seen it do. And there goes the crate drop. As I said, it's all random. You don't know what's going to give. So my crate drops that I just put down on there, AI has just got reinforcements. Pretty crap reinforcements, to be honest. A mine drop. But yeah, and now he's got his reinforcements. Obviously, the AI has no way of winning against me now. I'm just gonna waltz in there with my level 3 and 4 Chevron heavy tanks, which are pretty powerful at this moment in time, because the AI has only got 2 turrets that's level 4 now. They've just leveled up. But like I said, at close range they can't shoot you, so there's no way for them to actually defend apart from them units down there, which they're going to get wiped out once that turret gets wiped out. In fact, the game is about to end because the sector is about to get overrun. There you go. And that's my tutorial. Hopefully you can keep up with what I'm doing and what I'm saying.
Straight down.